For a long time, my ETF portfolio was built almost entirely around weekly pay income. If it paid every week, I was interested. If it generated cash flow without me having to sell shares, it felt like the perfect strategy. WPAY, MAGY, those were the ETFs I followed closely. Every week felt productive. Every distribution felt like proof that the system was working. And to be clear, I'm not here to say weekly pay ETFs are bad. They served a purpose in my journey. They taught me discipline, patience, and how income-based strategies actually behave in real markets, not just on paper. But over time, I started realizing something that completely changed how I look at investing. Income alone is not a portfolio. It's a feature, not a foundation. At first, weekly income feels like progress. You see money coming in constantly, and psychologically, that's powerful. It keeps you engaged. It keeps you confident. It makes investing feel active. But slowly, almost quietly, a different question starts creeping in. If the income stops growing, or if market conditions change, what's actually holding this portfolio together? That question is what pushed me to rethink everything. I started noticing that even though my weekly ETFs were paying, my portfolio wasn't always moving forward the way I expected. In strong markets, they did fine. In choppy markets, they paid income but didn't really compound. And in weak markets, the income helped emotionally, but the structure underneath felt fragile. That's when I realized my portfolio needed something it didn't have yet. A core. Not an exciting core, not a flashy one. Just a stable, boring, long-term engine that doesn't need weekly distributions to do its job. That's when long-term ETFs started becoming non-negotiable for me. VOO, SCHD, broad market, dividend growth, long-term focused ETFs. Once I accepted that income ETFs and core ETFs have very different jobs, everything started to click. Now, instead of asking which ETF pays the most, I ask a different question. What role does this ETF play in my portfolio? That single shift changed how I manage risk, how I allocate capital, and how I react during volatility. Today, my portfolio is built in layers. At the center is my long-term core. This is the part of the portfolio that exists for one reason only: long-term growth and stability. ETFs like VOO are designed to capture broad market returns over decades. They don't need constant attention. They don't need tactical decisions. They benefit from time, patience, and consistency. This core is not meant to generate weekly income. It's not meant to feel exciting. It's meant to compound quietly in the background while everything else happens around it. Then comes the income layer. This is where weekly pay ETFs still play an important role. WPAY, MAGY, and similar funds sit here. Their job is not to grow the portfolio aggressively. Their job is to generate cash flow. That cash flow creates flexibility. It gives me options. I can reinvest it. I can hold it as cash. I can use it to reduce pressure during market drawdowns. Most importantly, it allows me to avoid selling core holdings at the wrong time. That's the key difference from how I used to think. Before, weekly ETFs were the portfolio. Now they support the portfolio, and that distinction matters more than most people realize. When weekly income is your foundation, every distribution matters. Every payout cut feels personal. Every volatile week feels stressful, even if the income still shows up. But when weekly income is a layer on top of a solid core, the emotional load drops dramatically. If a weekly ETF underperforms, the portfolio doesn't fall apart. If distributions fluctuate, it doesn't force bad decisions. The core keeps doing its job regardless. This layered structure also changed how I think about risk. Most people think risk is price volatility. Red numbers on a chart. Sharp drawdowns, big moves. But with income ETFs, risk often shows up differently. It shows up as slow erosion. It shows up as capped upside. It shows up as dependence on favorable conditions for income to stay consistent. Weekly ETFs can absolutely deliver income, but they are sensitive to market structure. Options income, volatility regimes, and underlying asset behavior all matter. When conditions shift, the strategy feels different. That's not a flaw, it's just how the tools work. The mistake is asking one tool to do everything. VOO doesn't pay weekly. but it captures growth without needing timing. SCHD doesn't move fast, but it compounds with quality and consistency. Weekly ETFs don't need to be perfect. They just need to stay in their lane. Once I stopped forcing weekly ETFs to be long-term growth engines, my portfolio finally felt balanced. Here's another thing that changed: my behavior. Before, I was constantly checking payouts, prices, and performance. Every week felt like a verdict. Good week, confidence up. Bad week, doubt creeping in. With a long-term core in place, that urge faded. VOO doesn't need weekly validation. SCHD doesn't need daily attention. They work best when ignored. That mental shift alone has been worth more than any yield. Because the biggest enemy of long-term investing isn't bad ETFs. It's bad decisions made under pressure. A portfolio built entirely on income puts pressure on every position to perform constantly. A portfolio with a core absorbs shocks. Now, when markets get noisy, I don't feel rushed. When volatility spikes, I'm not forced into action. The income keeps flowing, and the core keeps compounding. That's what stability actually feels like. This doesn't mean the portfolio is static. The income layer can change. Exposure can shift. Weekly ETFs can be adjusted based on risk tolerance and market conditions. But the core stays intact. That's the anchor. And the longer I invest, the more I appreciate how valuable that anchor is. A lot of people ask whether this means I'm moving away from weekly ETFs. The answer is no. I still follow them. I still use them. I still respect what they offer. But I no longer expect them to carry the entire portfolio. They're income tools, not identity tools. The identity of my portfolio now comes from long-term ownership of the market itself. That's the difference. When income ETFs perform well, they enhance the system. When they struggle, they don't break it. That's how risk should be managed. If you're building a portfolio today, especially one that includes WeeklyPay ETFs, my biggest lesson is this: don't ask one strategy to do everything. Let growth be growth. Let income be income. Let stability be boring. When those pieces work together instead of competing, the portfolio becomes easier to manage, easier to hold, and easier to stick with long term. That's what my ETF portfolio looks like now. WeeklyPay income for flexibility, long-term core for growth, clear roles for every position, and most importantly, a structure that lets me stay invested without constantly second-guessing myself. That's the real win. Not higher payouts, not perfect timing, but a portfolio that I can actually live with through every market cycle. If this perspective helped you think differently about income and growth, that's the goal of this channel. I don't chase hype. I break down what actually works long-term, especially when emotions and real money are involved. Thanks for watching. If you want more honest conversations about ETFs, income strategies, and building portfolios that survive real markets, make sure to subscribe to Money Stick Unfiltered. I'll see you in the next one.